Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we turn confusing corporate reports into something you can actually understand. Today we're diving into a Form 8K filing from Arbutus Biopharma. Get ready for a roller coaster because this report is like a doctor telling you both the good and slightly worrying news at the same time. This Form 8K is basically a snapshot of important events that a company wants to share with investors. It's like a quick update, not the whole story like you'd find in a 10K annual report, but still key to know what's going on. This report is dated March 27, 2025. That's the date they're telling the world about the events inside. The company we're looking at today is Arbutus Biopharma Corporation. They're in the business of developing treatments specifically focusing on curing chronic hepatitis B virus, also known as HBV. So they're working on some pretty important stuff. Now let's get to the meat of the report, their financial results. Item 2.2 tells us they put out a press release about their financial performance for the fourth quarter and the entire year ending December 31, 2024. This is where we find out how the company did in terms of money. Item 9.01 is the supporting evidence. Here we see that the press release itself is included as an exhibit, which means we can dig into the specific numbers and details. Exhibit 99.1 is the actual press release that Arbutus Biopharma published with all their financial details. Now let's try to find the financial data in this press release. Unfortunately, the filing only includes that the press release exists and does not have the financial data we wanted to analyze. Instead, we will analyze the company's general health. Arbutus is dedicating a significant portion of their efforts and money towards hepatitis B cure research, which means that there is uncertainty and risk with the company if the research is not successful. However, if they are successful, there will be extremely high rewards. It's a high risk, high reward strategy. So what's the story here? Arbutus Biopharma released their financial results in a press release, which is pretty standard. The 8K form is simply a way of letting the SEC and the public know that this press release exists. Okay, so what does all this mean for Arbutus Biopharma? Well, it depends on how you see it. On one hand, they're in a very competitive and risky field. Drug development is expensive and there's no guarantee that any of their treatments will make it to market. On the other hand, if they do manage to develop a successful cure for hepatitis B, the payoff could be huge, not just financially, but also in terms of helping millions of people around the world. In conclusion, Arbutus Biopharma's future hinges on their research and development efforts. It's a high-stakes game, but the potential rewards are enormous. That's all for this episode of Corporate Decoder. I hope you found this breakdown helpful. Now you have a better understanding of what an 8K form is and what it can tell you about a company. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate finance.